3 things you need to learn to build financial freedom is earn money, to keep money, and how to multiply it. Today, I'm going to show you how to multiply money. Let's dive into it.
Welcome to the Smack Fest, the beat down. The SWAT team is here on another beautiful day of shutting the week down.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Dauria. I'm a full-time real estate investor. I buy and hold only rental properties. That's all I do. I don't wholesale, I don't flip. If you're interested in financial freedom, be sure to follow. So, I'm going to ask you a question. Yes, you. So, how much money in your lifetime has actually passed through your hands? Now, think about that for a second, because a lot of people haven't ever considered how much money has gone through their hands. Let me show you a quick example of what I'm talking about. So say you make $40,000 per year. Let's just say you've been working for 20 years and that's the average. You have $800,000 that has actually passed through your hands. Now, let me ask this. How much of that money do you still have? That is the next part of this equation. So you need to learn how to earn money. A lot of you are earning money, but you need to learn how to keep money as well. Okay? And when I say keep, I don't mean that's the last part of the equation, because that won't get you anywhere. Okay, you need to earn it, you need to learn how to keep it. So if you made $800,000, how much of that do you have left? Okay? Ask yourself that, do a actual analysis and be like, hey, I need to know what's there. If there's a huge fat zero or very close to it, this is what I want you to do before we move on to step 3, is I want you to make a list of the last 90 days of your income, the last 90 days. A lot of you are W-2 workers. It's very simple. You get paid about the same every 30 days or every 2 weeks or every week, whatever. Very simple, last 90 days worth of income. Now, I want you to be realistic with yourself. How much money have you actually spent in that 90 days? You can start with the really easy stuff. You got the rent or the mortgage or the insurance or the car payment, the fuel, your phones, your TV, your internet. You can keep going on if you're going out to eat, drinks, food. A lot of people just happen to forget that one. And figure out, okay, entertainment, whatever. Figure out what you're realistically spending. Why lie to you? Okay, don't lie to yourself. Figure out where you're actually at. And then the last one, the most important one, is to learn how to multiply. Now, I want to show you something that a lot of people don't realize, because I actually invest in real estate, obviously. Okay, that's what we talked about. So real estate, I'm going to use this as an example because I'm going to show you a ridiculously powerful example of how I make money in real estate. Okay, so now you need to learn how to multiply your money. Let's say you have or will have $20,000 to invest, and I use $20,000 for a reason. Hang tight, okay? Let's start with $20,000. If you put $20,000 into the stock market, what does it take to actually turn that money into a double, okay? Because the games are all about doubles. You need to know, how do you get your next double? How do you get your next double, okay? That's the game, okay, is a doubles game. So $20,000 in the stock market needs to double for it to be $40,000, right? I mean, that's pretty simple, except for how long does it take? Let's just say you're making 8 to 12% a year, probably a little bit less, sometimes a little bit more, but call it 10% a year. Can we just call it 10% a year? Okay, say S&P 500 or whatever, right? That's 10 years to double. Okay, inflation alone, I just checked, was 9%. Okay, so if you're making 10%, you're basically making nothing, okay? But that's not the point of this. The point is, if you put it in the stock market, it needs to double for that 20 to turn into 40. I think we can all agree on that. Now, this is where it gets good. And I don't want to lose you here, okay? So I'm going to talk a little bit slower because I want you to understand this, okay? When you buy real estate, and the reason I picked $20,000 is because you can put 20% down to buy a rental property, okay? Let's say, guys, and the number could be a lot higher or a lot lower, okay, depending on your area, okay? If you live in Los Angeles versus Ohio versus Miami or New York, it's going to be different, or Dallas, okay? If you buy a $100,000 property, okay, and you put down 20% because that's what it requires, because that's what the banks and that's what credit unions want to see is 20% down. Even private money wants to see 20% down, okay? Get this, though. You ready for this? You put down the same $20,000 on a $100,000 property, okay? Let's say that $100,000 property goes up 10% as well in 1 year. Well, what just actually happened though? So you're earning 10% on the S&P 500, but if you earn 10% in real estate, you just made 150% of your money. Do you understand what I'm saying? That means in 2 years, you doubled your money. Now, I don't want to lose you here, okay? The house is worth $100,000. You put down 20 grand. Okay, so you have in it 20 grand. It's worth 5 times that. Okay, you get 100% of the appreciation of that property. So a $100,000 property going up 10% is $10,000. Now in the next year, if it goes up another 10%, is now another at least $10,000. Okay, so in 2 years, you doubled your money on the same 10%. Okay, everything's going up, but it's the power of leverage. And that's the point of this video, is when you're investing in the stock market, you can't use leverage like you can in real estate. And there are some specific ways, and I'm not going to get into that because I'm not a big stock market guy. But for most people, when you invest 20 grand, it is 20 grand. It's a dollar, it's a face-to-face value, okay? And in order to double, you need to literally double the stock. Either you get really lucky on the stock, which I definitely don't recommend, or you play it safe, which I do recommend, and you let it grow. Now, you can play it safe 2 different ways. You can play safe in the market, you can play safe in real estate. You have to ask yourself, is real estate going to go anywhere? Do people need a roof over the head? Is this becoming a renter nation? Because reality is right now, as of this video, me as an investor, they're hitting me at 7.8% APR. They just raised the basis points of 0.75. That means almost another full percent over that. And they're talking about raising it another full percent by the end of this year. So you have to ask yourself, every one of my properties, my PITI, my principal, interest, taxes, and insurance are going up, 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 and up. So what needs to happen to rents in order to cover my payment? You get what I'm saying? Okay, so not only are people being priced out of the market, as in the price of the homes are ridiculous, now the interest rates are also ridiculous. So now homes are the most expensive, basically on paper, than they've ever been, ever. So a lot of people get priced out of the market, so they end up renting. So if you own a rental portfolio, your supply and demand, your demand, I should say, is through the roof. Matter of fact, I have one vacancy coming up, and the rent is going from $950 a month to $1,200 a month, just like that, just like that, okay? And that vacancy I just filled last year as well. So it went from $950 to $1,200 in 1 year. I had another one that recently went from $900 to $1,250, okay? So rents are jumping. And another one went from $1,500 to $1,900. So that's about the same jump as well. Huge, massive jumps. And here's the thing. This is what a lot of people don't understand, okay? If you do invest in real estate, and the prices of real estate do go down sometimes, okay? Like the price of actual physical homes can go down. That's great, because if you're in it for long term, it's going to dip slightly. Look at 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, okay? You'll kind of see a dip. It comes back. But this is the point of this, okay? Is the whole time it's dipping, rents aren't coming down with the values. So as long as you're not selling or doing cash out refis during that temporary dip, it's okay. And the whole point of this video is to understand real estate more thoroughly, because you might be a stock market person. Maybe you don't know anything about investing. You're like, hey, what do I put my money in? What's safest? How do I multiply my money? Because everything is all about the doubles games. How do I double on top of double? And where's my next double going to be? Because everything, at least to me, it comes down to how fast can you achieve financial freedom. Because once you can achieve financial freedom, that means you don't have to get up and go to work every day. You have passive income coming in to pay your bills. You have more passive income coming in than you actively spend. Once you get to that point, you can do whatever the hell you want. You can go to work. You can keep working if you want. You can scale back. You can start traveling. You can do what I do. You can buy an airplane and start doing charity missions. You can do whatever you want. And that's the point of this video, is to understand the differences and how your money can replicate off the same dollar amount, guys. Hope you liked the video. Hope you learned something today. I make plenty of real estate related videos all about real estate investing for your financial freedom. If you guys haven't already, subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell. I make several videos per week. And until next time, I will see you on the next one.